Hi all, this is Guide 3 Part 1, and it's the very first movie that I want you to watch actually before you get into all of the tutorials, because I have a major change that is going to be on how you actually begin the file. And I'll show you what I mean. This is your finished file. This is the Word Illustrator and the Word text assignment with some neat things that have happened to them. Okay? I've used certain things like Pathfinder and gradient palettes and all sorts of things to make them into some interesting things. Okay? Now, the only change in this assignment has nothing to do with how each one of these were made, but how you get the original letter in the first place, or word. Okay? And that's what I want to show you. The assignment guide and the 3 movies will describe to you a way that I'm going to go into this one. And I want you to see the difference. This is a direct selection tool click on a word that I typed. Okay, so when I take the text tool and I type a word like this, and I type, let me click up there and make sure that I'm in that word. Okay, and I type ILLUSTRATOR. That is a font. Okay, that is not an outline path. So when I open the layer palette, let me put the panel options up just a little bit bigger so we can see them. When I type that word, it shows up in this palette as the word Illustrator. Now I've typed all of these, but they would have said path, path, and path. Okay? So what I wanted you to see was, and I already made one here, so I'll just delete this one out. The assignment guide asks you to hold Command Option when you're in this direct select tool. So I can go to the whatever tool. I can go to the pen tool, or I could go to the text tool, and I could actually hold Command Option down. The selection tool turns into a tool with a plus sign on it. Now I can go get it, hold it, and drag, and it turns into a double-headed, look at that little icon there, it's a double-headed selection tool. That means you're duplicating something. But what I've duplicated here is a font. Okay? I cannot manipulate a font. I can't do outer strokes to it. I can do some things with outer strokes and inner fills, but I need to actually cut this in half. Because as you can see, if I click to this example, I've cut these in half. I've done a lot of things to them. I've separated the tops, I've put a gradient in the top and nothing in the bottom. So what I want you to do, let me click back to the demo, is see that I would have to go each time up to Type and Create Outlines. Now in creating outlines, which is Command-Shift-0 or Control-Shift-0, you can see that I've turned this, look at this word up here, it's now turned into the word group, and inside here I have all of these letter shapes. Okay, I liked a particular font face that was inherent in CS6 and earlier. And I liked to use it for this particular assignment, but it made it too difficult, especially online, to control what all your fonts are on your machine. Okay, so I'm going to delete that out. So what I did was, and I'm going to delete out the word that I typed here. This is a special version of Avant-Garde, but I've already created outlines on this. This is a special typeface called Bordeaux because it actually split the E off into a separate shape. You can see that the E here doesn't touch the other extender. Okay, the curved area and the extender here don't touch. I wanted to split off the letter shapes. So this letter surface here was actually perfect. So when I ask you in the movie to go get a letter form or a word, and then I ask you to use Create Outlines by going up to Type and Create Outlines, which is right there. Don't, okay? I'm going to tell you that all you have to do is grab the selection tool, click the letter shape, hold Command Option and drag a copy down to here when you're using the word Illustrator, or click on that shape, hold Command Option, and which is Control Alt, and drag down for when you want the word text assignment, leaving the originals up there. And then just follow the assignment guide. Now let me show you what I'm talking about. The old PDF showed you what to type, avant-garde, and we're using ATC Tradewinds. I said Bordeaux, I meant ATC Tradewinds. So it's very much like Bordeaux. But I loved both of those typefaces, and they're not available anymore the way they used to be, as easy to get and free off the internet. So I've made it easy. I'm not asking you to type this anymore. In fact, I took it away from the assignment guide. And I'm not asking you to hold Command Option, and I'm not asking you to go up to Create Outlines. All right, Create Outlines is right there. See where I'm highlighting? That says Create Outlines. So here is the new assignment guide. This is the one I want you to follow. It says review this movie you're watching right now. And it will tell you that the words are already created. It says, and I'll go close to it, I have already created the words for you to use. And I converted them to outline paths using type and create outlines. I said, in other words, the words are now shapes and paths already and no longer belong to a font family. You will not need to use the Create Outlines menu option in this assignment. So, all you have to do, if you see down here, I'll go back to the other assignment guide. From this point on, when I go to the next page and you begin the first letter variation, look, there's your first letter variation, and it's exactly the same. So the technique doesn't change, and nothing in the movie about the techniques change. So I want to see if I can use the 3 tutorial movies, which took me a long time to make, and they're already up on YouTube, and you go ahead and do all of them, especially on the last page where the movie gets you down to this final one right here. And the third type movie is the one that I really want you to watch. So I'll put that on the screen right now, right here. You will not be able to solve that bottom one. Look how I'm flashing through it. You will not be able to solve that bottom one using the PDF file only. You must use the third movie. So, any questions, please text me or email me. Email me in Canvas. I'll answer your question. You should not have a problem at all. Let me close this other movie and let me tell you that you're going to use the very first assignment guide. The first page is fine. The PDF now that's uploaded to Canvas is good. And go ahead and watch, instead of the 3 movies now, I have an intro movie, and I should tell you that there is a third or a fourth movie called Groups and Subgroups. I really want you to watch that movie, so watch my mini tutorial movie that you're watching now, go right into the Groups and Subgroups movie, and then begin with the first movie on the first letter variation. Thank you.